Hey everyone! Okay, so this video is all about concealers. If you are like me, then you are obsessed with concealers. I am obsessed with concealers, with finding the perfect one that does what it's supposed to do. Excuse me, I've always had really bad under eye circles, so I've always been really obsessed with finding a really great concealer, and I do have some for the face, like imperfections to cover blemishes, and then I have a couple tricks that I can show you. So I have 14 concealers here. Excuse me, ranging from very, very inexpensive to pretty pricey. So I think the highest was like $32. So we'll start, I'm going to start with my absolute favorite concealer. It is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. And you've seen this in some of my videos, I'm sure. It comes in 12 different shades. It is the most expensive one of my concealers that I have, and it is priced around $32. I'm sorry, I'm looking over here. These are my notes, so I want to make sure and get all of this down because I want to give you the best information, so whenever you go and purchase a concealer, you know what you're looking for. You know what you're going to get whenever you get it. And it might not always work, like your skin type might be different than my skin type, and you might like something that I don't like, but this is just a generalization of what I like. The size is 0.5 ounces, and it is a long-lasting matte oil-free concealer. It is very full coverage. It is waterproof, so it does a really good job of covering any kind of scars or pimples. Really good for under eye. It is very creamy, and it can be used on the body, and it is designed for sensitive skin. The cons of this, I'm going to put my notebook here so I can like look down. The cons of this is it's a little thick and you have to blend it really well. So what I do is I take it and I put a little bit on my ring finger, and that's a tip that I can share with you. I'm going to share with you in just a second. And what you always want to do is you always want to warm up the product. Okay, so you're going to warm it up like this. Okay, and then you're just going to dab it underneath the eye. I already have concealer on, but you're just going to dab it underneath the eye, and you want to make sure, I never rub, I always dab, and you always want to use your ring finger, as I said, because this is the lightest pressure of all your fingers. And so you just want to use that because you don't want to pull on your eyes, because this is a very sensitive area, and you don't want to, and it's a problem area for women, and you don't want to cause any more wear or tear on your eyes. Okay, moving on. The next is going to be the Maybelline Fit Concealer. And I'm not telling you my shades, but I will tell you how many shades there are. If you want me to, I'll list what shades I am, but I'm just telling you how many shades there are. This comes in 6 shades, and it is cheap. It's $6.50, around $7, and it is 0.23 ounces. Make sure you don't say flowing, it's fluid. Anyway, so it doesn't blotch your cake. That's a good thing about it. It is specifically for the under eye circles and imperfections. It's very light. The cons, it's somewhat greasy. So I hope, and it does tend to settle in the creases. This is not a heavy concealer at all. If you can see, it's very light concealer. It does do a good job of covering up imperfections. I don't know if you have, maybe if you don't have really heavy under eye circles, then that would work really good, but other than that, it's a good inexpensive concealer. It's not one of my favorites. It tends to last, you do have to reapply it, as unlike, that's what I love about the Makeup Forever, because it's so long lasting. So you only have to use it once. I never have to reapply my concealer. And I wanted to do smells. Let me see, the Makeup Forever doesn't really have a scent. The Fit has a very perfumey kind of smell, so if you can get past that, it's pretty good. Okay, so, and then my next one is going to be my Cargo One Base. I know I've raved about this too. It's completely almost empty. I need to get a new one. It comes in 6 different shades. It is rather pricey, along with the Makeup Forever. It is $27, and it is 0.6 ounces. Okay, the idea behind this is that you don't have to wear foundation. So it's a natural coverage it's designed for like your key areas. It says, okay, it's fragrance free. It won't clog up your pores. It contains antioxidants to help fight the damaging effects of the environment. So that's really good. So Some of the cons that I didn't really like is that it does wear off very easily, and it is a little bit greasy. So it's a lightweight foundation. Speaking of greasy, it just got all over my shirt. I wish you could see this. Look at this. That's what just came out of it. So I do like it, but I don't know if I'll keep it, and that makes me so sad. This better come out of my shirt. Anybody have a key of what to do with this coming out of my shirt? Anyway, moving on. Okay, so you have kids, you move on from spills. The next thing that I have is the Almay Smart Shade Concealer. And this is the first one that I'm going to show you that has an SPF in it. It's SPF 15. Okay, it comes in, let me go with what I'm going with. It's in 3 shades. It's about $9 and it's 0.37 ounces. It's supposedly supposed to adjust to the color of your skin. That being said, this is my least favorite concealer. It's completely full and I've had it for forever. It comes off in a very grayish tint. I'll put it on and let you see. You can see. Okay, so it comes out white, and then when you rub it in, it's supposed to like, I'm like flipping you the bird, sorry. It's supposed to like adjust your skin color, which it does, but in photos and just even in person, it just comes off very grayish, and it's not very long lasting. It's greasy, it settles in the creases. It is not something that I would recommend to anyone. Alright, my next concealer that I want to tell you about is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer. Alright, this comes in 3 shades. It's 0.71 ounces and it's about $7. I know that people are in love with the Glamouflage concealer, and I mean, for the price, it is comparable to the Makeup Forever, kind of. It is a heavy duty concealer, I will say that. It is highly pigmented. It does cover up dark circles if you're okay with those dark circles not being covered up for very long. It supposedly covers up tattoos. Whenever I used it, it's greasy. It settles in your creases. It's too cakey. You have to know exactly how to apply it, and I've never used it with a setting powder, so maybe I could try it with a setting powder and see how it goes. I just wasn't impressed with it, so it's kind of just sat on in my concealer drawer. So I know people rave about it, and as soon as I heard, you know, I mean, I watch all these concealing videos, so as soon as I heard anything good about this concealer and the fact that it was at Walmart and it's cheap, I had to go out and try it, but it's kind of greasy. I don't know. I know I've said that about all of them, but I just really don't like greasy concealers because they don't stay put. You have to pat them, you have to keep applying them, and then they end up looking cakey. And for me, this one was, maybe I don't have the right shade, but there's only 3 shades, so I don't know. I'm not very impressed. They don't test on animals, so I guess that's a plus. I mean, it is a plus, but you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, so moving on. Excuse me. Alright, I have the Merle Norman Cover Up Concealer, and this comes in 12 shades. It is 0.3 ounces, and it is anywhere from $10 to $20. I think it's $11, I think, but I haven't bought it. I've had this too for forever, and my shade is Warm Light. I've had this too for forever. It's one of my favorite concealers. I probably need to get a little bit darker shade. I love this concealer. It is matte, it is long lasting, it's oil free, it's fragrance free, and it is waterproof. So this is, next to my Makeup Forever, this is my second favorite concealer. I will go back and purchase this. I believe it comes in a black tube now, but if I ever run out of it. But it is not greasy. As you can see, like, see, it's just, you can see it's creamy, it's not greasy, it does a great job of covering. This is great for under eye circles. It's one of my absolute favorites. Okay, so yeah, one of my notes is that I have cons as none. It might settle into your fine lines if you have fine lines underneath your eyes, but that can be settled with a finishing powder. Alright, so, and then I have another Merle Norman. This is the Creamy Concealer, and this is what it looks like. It comes like this, and then it's 2 different shades, and it comes in 5 shades. It's about $16, and it's 0.16 ounces. It is very creamy, very hydrating, very natural. It's fragrance free. All of Normans are oil free, fragrance free. It conceals uneven skin tones. This is a good face concealer to me. If you have like any kind of little imperfections on your skin, anything to cover up, like pimples or dark spots, I think blemishes, I think this is a great for your skin kind of concealer. I've never really liked it for underneath the eyes because it's a little bit too creamy and it does tend to settle in your lines. So this is a good concealer for imperfections on the skin. And the two that I have so far, just to recap, I know I've already said it, but my Makeup Forever and my More Norman Cover Up are my favorite for underneath the eye. Alright, my next is going to be my e.l.f. Complete Coverage Concealer. And for the price, this is a great concealer. It comes in 3 different shades, but let me explain the 3 different shades. This is what it looks like. So I believe this was medium. Oops, a little thing. I'll never use that thing anyway. It comes with this little brush, which please do not use this brush because this looks horrible. But anyway, this is what it comes in. It's like, I think I actually should have gotten the light one, but just know that the medium is a little, if you have a really good tan, get the medium, but I would use the light if you like that lighter Kim Kardashian look underneath your eyes. It's 0.19 ounces and it's $3. Okay, it supposedly disguises many different boo-boos. Because of the color range, the medium coverage must build up for coverage. So it appears cakey. That's my con. You have to continue to apply it so it does appear cakey. But it is great for the price. I mean, it's $3. So if you're looking for a full range concealer that you can use, I mean, I think it would be probably really good if you can cover up, because it's not so bad. You don't look so cakey whenever you cover up a pimple or something if you know how to do it the right way. You know, just take something, I have a little something right here, so just take it and just pat it on there, and then if you just cover that with a powder, I think that that would work really good. So, and then just to do like the dark spots right here, I mean, it's something, it's $3. Can't beat it. Okay, so, and then one of my other favorites, and I don't even really consider this, it is a concealer, but it's just an awesome product. The holy grail of products for the summertime. It's my Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller. It comes in 2 shades. It's about $13 and it's 0.5 ounces. And this is what it looks like. Okay, this is the description. It instantly rolls away dark circles. It energizes and stimulates microcirculation. It's got a lemon essence that brightens. I don't know about all that BS, but it is very easy to use. It's creamy. I don't know. I know it's supposed to gradually take your dark circles from, you know, lighter. It's supposed to make them, what am I trying to say? It's trying to reduce. It reduces your dark circles. Blah. Anyway, the only cons that I would say is the packaging. It's messy. Do you see this? This drives me insane. You cannot store it laying down. Do not store it like that. You have to store it standing up. Too much comes out, but other than that, this is such a great, look at that. Oh my gosh, that just makes me so mad. But anyway, other than that, it's a great product. I just don't like the packaging. If you could come up with something better, Garnier, that would be great. Okay, my next one, I'm in love with some Maybelline concealer. This is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Concealer. It is not for coverage. It comes in 6 shades. It's about $8 and it's 0.05 ounces, so it is tiny. And I saw this and I wanted to try it. This is a great highlighting concealer. It is a skin brightener. It works well on the corners of the mouth and the sides of the nose. So what you want to do is, what I usually do with it before I put my foundation on, I just take it and put it right here on the corner of my nose and just dab it in just to brighten this area right here. And you can even work it up like into this area right here. And it is a great brightening concealer. I mean, you can even use it, I've clearly got powder on and foundation on, but you can even use it over and it's just a good touch up. So I do like that. The only cons for this one is the applicator. I don't like the brush applicator. To me, you seem to lose so much product. You don't always ever get it out. It never goes up all the way. But other than that, I do recommend this as a brightening concealer. Did I say it comes in 6 shades? I hope I said that. Okay, anyway, the next concealer that I love, especially for the winter time, and I hate the packaging. It's so funny how some of these packagings I just don't really like. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It comes in 6 shades. It is about $9, and it's 0.2 flowing ounces. Not flowing, fluid ounces. Anyway, it covers dark circles and removes puffiness around the eyes. So this is a great concealer to use if right in the morning whenever you're really tired, or you just want to take away. I don't know if I haven't really noticed, and I don't really have puffy eyes. I have really dark circles, so I don't have puffy eyes. But if you do have puffy eyes, give it a try. Tell me how it works. I don't know if it really does that. I can't claim it does that because I don't really have that problem. It's a medium coverage. It doesn't settle in the creases. You need to, whenever you're putting on this concealer, like I said before, I do this anyway, but you don't want to swipe it. You want to pat it because it can appear kind of streaky. So, and this concealer goes really well. It works really well whenever you put it on last. So if you want to put on your foundation and even a setting powder and then put this on, it works really well because of the applicator. It's just, you almost just sweep it on. I'm gonna have so much concealer on whenever I get done, but anyway, you just want to like sweep it on right here, and as you can see, it's just brightening up this area, and then you just want to pat that right there. I love this concealer. It's a great concealer. It's very hydrating, very creamy. The only con that I have is the applicator is messy, and it can be streaky if you don't apply it right. Alright, the next concealer that I have is going to be the Maybelline Cover Stick. God, I sound like I'm advertising for Maybelline, but I'm not. These are just happen to be the concealers that I like. So anyway, the Maybelline Cover Stick Concealer, it is 5 shades. Every girl should have a cover stick concealer. If it's CoverGirl, be whatever it is, you need a cover stick concealer. It's 5 shades. It's about $6. It's 0.16 ounces. It lasts forever. This is a waterproof formula. It won't clog your pores. It's hypoallergenic. It's very thick, and it doesn't really tend to blend very well, and it's very dry. But it's still a really good concealer. I would not use this underneath my eyes. This is a good face concealer for blemishes or whatever else. Maybe even a brightening like around the nose, something, It's a good blemish concealer, but I wouldn't use it underneath the eyes. It's a little bit too dry, and it's going to settle into your lines and make it look cakey. So, alright, the next two concealers that I have are, along with the Makeup Forever, the ones that I use the most. The Dermablend Professional Smooth Indulgence. It is an SPF 20. It comes in 6 different shades. It's about $22, and it's 0.3 fluid ounces. Okay, so this is a long wear concealer. It's a medium coverage concealer. I went and I was actually purchasing the Instant Age Rewind concealer, and I went to one of the ladies at Ulta, and I was like, what shade do you think I should get? And she was like, well, if you're looking for a really good concealer, you should try the Dermablend. I was like, a concealer that's been suggested to me for dark eyes, under eye circles? Why wouldn't I purchase it? Clearly, I'm obsessed with concealers. So anyway, it's a 12-hour wear, 16 hours with a setting powder. It's got a lightweight texture. It's a little bit greasy, but if you can get past that, if you can warm up this product a little bit, it just, it's a really good concealer, and it's very much like the Makeup Forever concealer, but it's just a little bit greasier. So, and cheaper. It's $10 cheaper. So I would recommend the Dermablend Professional Concealer to anyone. It's a great concealer, and I really want to try the foundation. So if any of you have tried it, let me know, and let me know how it works out for you. And my shade is Sand, but she helped me pick out the shade. They have 6 shades. Okay, and then the last concealer that I have is I never thought I would use this kind of concealer either, and it's turned out to be something that I use every single day, and I absolutely love it. It is the Bare Minerals. It's 20 SPF. Supposedly there's 2 shades. I think there's Bisque and then Summer Bisque. It's about $18. It's 0.07 ounces. It has lasted me to the very bottom. It's lasted me about 2 months, so for the price, it's great. It can be used as an eyeshadow base. It's excellent at covering dark circles and skin imperfections. It's best if you use with a cream concealer. So I know that sounds like overdoing it, but I almost kind of use it as a setting powder, but it gives you even more coverage. It does not, you would think that a powder would settle into your lines, but it doesn't. The only con it is that it's messy. It's, you know, you can, with powders I always spill them. But anyway, what I do, ow. Okay, so what I do with this concealer is I already have a concealer on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this concealer right here. I'm gonna tap a little bit into the lid. Okay, so you just want to use about this much. That's even way too much. And then I'm going to take my E25 blending brush and I'm just going to get a little bit on the brush and then tap off the excess. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to sweep this underneath your eye. And right here into the, you want to make sure and get this little, whatever bone, occipital bone, whatever. I'm going to get completely crucified for saying that, so please excuse that I said that. I'm probably completely wrong. Here. This is a miracle product. If you are obsessed with concealers like I am, even if you're not, you absolutely must try this. I think the bisque is a little bit lighter. The Summer Bisque is more of a tan. It is an SPF 20. It is a great concealer. Wow. That was a lot of concealers. The tips that I wanted to tell you about is you always want to, like I said, you always want to use your ring finger to apply concealer. I don't really use brushes because they appear, I know people are going to crucify me for that too, but to me they never really work. I've got lines underneath my eyes, so I always want to use my finger. And then you always want to get your products warm. Obviously you don't want to get the powder warm, but you want to use, you want the product, your face is warm, so you want it to kind of melt into your face. Those are the best techniques and tips that I've been taught with concealers. Trust me, if one day I'm going to take off all my makeup and just let you see how dark my under eye circles are, but right now I'm not ready to do that. No, I'm just kidding. I would let you see, but I don't really care that much. But anyway, 14, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 concealers. And I would still go tomorrow and buy probably 5 if I could. But anyway, I hope this has helped. If you have any questions or concealers that you love that I don't have here, I don't have any matte concealers. I know I've heard really good stuff about like the Studio Fix matte concealers, but I've never really gone over there and given it a try, so I do want to try those. But if there's any other concealers that may be drugstore related, I've tried to give you a pretty fair price range. I went from $3 to $32, so I hope I've covered all the basics, and if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll see you soon. Bye.